It's time for some saucy teens on this week's Crit Sandwich. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is 4 friends playing 5th edition D&D with random settings and plots. We use adult language, have inconsistent character voices, and screw up the rules. If this is your first time listening, check out our first campaign and our second campaign. They are there for you to binge through right now. You can start at any episode 0 if you'd like. In episode 0, we roll on a chart and build the campaign randomly. My name is Casey Sears. I am your host and Dungeon Master. To my left is Matt Popich.
Hey.
Across the table from me, Chuck Ventus.
What's up?
To my right, our Dungeon Master, Robbie Ponder. Please take the reins.
Thank you, Casey. Let's start off with a question. Casey, what was your inspiration when you were creating Nick?
Let's see. So Nick Nada, he's kind of... So my character and Chuck's character are brothers, and he's kind of the son of the character John Nada from the film They Live. I mean, he didn't have a kid in the movie, but we kind of imagined as if he did. And that informed a lot of my background, like dad not being around, dad going to jail or dying, like he does in the film, spoilers. And just...
I'm about to watch it.
We're going to watch it.
It's too late now, you guys.
Okay, that's fair.
So yeah, that was a big part, trying to figure out, all right, we're in LA, we're these twin brothers, our dad's a bit of a letdown, but yeah, just trying to figure out where we fit in with his story. So we can create our own story. Picking an element, I think Chuck and I were like fire and water. That sounds good. Twin brothers, but opposite elements. I was going to be an int-based character because I was going to be a wizard, intelligence. So trying to figure out how like my nerdy character would have discovered his powers versus Chuck's character who's a little more athletic.
So was it physical-wise? Because I think you said before that your character is more like your mother, and then Chuck's character... Nathan is more like the father. Is it?
Yeah.
Is it because Chuck's character is more rebellious? Or?
I imagine him just being more muscular.
More muscular. Okay.
Lots of teen muscles.
Yeah.
So
swimmer muscles.
Your dad. Where
that's
was?
A good build.
You got that swimmer bod.
Swimmer bod.
Where was your dad around mostly when you were growing up?
We never met him. We were actually he was out in Nam, and we were on our way cross country to LA when the incident in the film happened to him.
Okay, so he was in Vietnam.
Yeah, he was in Vietnam when we were born, and our mom talked, all about him, and we were traveling cross country to meet him, and then he got gunned down in a television studio.
All right.
After shooting up a television studio, he got gunned down by the police. Is how we learned of it.
Matt, any inspiration when you were creating Shah?
Yeah, I think I mentioned this, but the weirdo kid from Wedding Crashers that paints a picture of Vince Vaughn. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I think he's hilarious. That's what I'm... I think he's so funny for some reason. And I knew I wanted to be somebody weird because I picked an element, a poison of a weirdo. So I wanted a character to match, and that was one of the weirder characters in movies that I could think of. So
Shah is short for what?
Shannara.
Can you want to tell anyone a little bit more about your childhood when you're growing up?
Yeah, he grew up on the streets. He was like he's got like bright green eyes that are kind of hidden around because of goggles that he got from the professor. But his parents were like, well, nope, and basically put him in a dumpster, and he grew up on the streets stealing, and eventually figured out he could like manipulate people with like using like mind poison and things like that. And was a thief basically until he was caught by the authorities, and that is when the professor saved him. So was kind of like, hey, yeah, this is a troubled teen, but I think I can make him useful for society. So
right, Headmaster Middle took you under his wing and gave you those goggles.
Yep, to make me more normal. Unfortunately, my personality has your personality just doesn't change if you get some goggles. So that's still a work in progress.
Chuck, what was your inspiration you had when creating Nathan?
I think my inspiration was probably, I used to, when I played sports when I was younger, I was involved in swimming and water polo, and I just feel like, I don't know, with Casey, him being fire, I was like, oh yeah, definitely I'll do water, and I just felt like that was the appropriate thing for me to do. I'll just do water, and I chose a monk as my character, so like my inspiration was this kind of person who's gonna, do a bunch of like athletic moves and a lot of karate and surfer moves while he does it. So I'm gonna be jumping off of walls and stuff like that, and hopefully doing it in a surfer style. So.
Didn't you cite surf ninjas when we were creating these characters?
I did cite surf ninjas, so that is probably the main inspiration. So.
Sight surf, you mean go online and look up ninjas?
No, the film Surf Ninjas. Cited that film.
Yeah.
Okay.
Surf Ninjas. Check it out if you haven't. Classic
what was
film.
it like for Nathan growing up with a twin?
Well, I mean, like, I was more of the, like Casey said, the athletic build, so I was kind of looking out for him since he was more of a intelligent, a little bit scrawnier, I guess, but, I tried to let him have his own freedom and stuff, but I did for a few years, or for a while there, like, he thought I was dead, and when I had my incident happen, I was on the streets in, what we say was San Francisco? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
San Francisco, that's right, so...
Yeah, I think we were pretty close until we started growing apart as we became teens because we just had different interests.
Yeah.
So you're kind of like the bodyguard protector. What class is your character? What are you skinning?
I'm a monk. Oh, you mean like my race? Is that what you're saying? What do you mean?
You can say race and class.
My class is a monk.
Which monk?
It's Way of the Four Elements, but there are water abilities within the class itself. So I was just like, oh.
Mm-hmm.
So... And there are some, I think we talked about this, there are some spells where, like, maybe it's fire, but instead of it being fire, you could say that it's water instead, right?
Yeah.
That's what I am.
And we're both genasi.
Both genasi, but you're fire
water.
and I'm a water.
And Casey, you said before you're skinning a wizard. What subclass wizard?
An evocation wizard.
Evocation. And Matt?
I am a bard with the College of Whispers, one of the Xanathars.
So where we left off last, you guys were riding along on a magic school bus on the way to the middle. Middle is Elemental School of Magic.
Middle School of Elementalists.
Middle School of Elementalists.
That's what I have in my notes.
Yes.
Heck yeah, notes.
Oh, man. Did you say it was?
Sorry, I'm such a suck up.
What did you say it was?
I am. No, that's totally my character
How does
too.
his
I'm
wiener
such
taste?
the kiss ass.
Jesus.
Middle School of
I had
Elementalists.
to like switch
Where's
slides
Middle School
to
of
figure it out. I
Elementalists.
should have put it on this one. So you guys got stopped by a giant salamander that blocked your way. The salamander was just way too powerful for everyone, but Kim was able to get it to move off the path, and you guys were able to continue down to the school. You got your tour of the school, and at the end of the tour, Headmaster Middle gave a speech about how he feels the world started with elements, saying fire came first, then water and lightning, which caused the Big Bang. You three nicely graciously volunteered your help when Headmaster Middle was looking for volunteers to figure out why the salamanders migrated south. Thank you. You guys picked a senior. You picked Kim to come along with you, and she suggested that you guys all look up north to figure out why the giant salamanders migrated south, because engaging the salamanders would just be crazy because they're just really too strong. So you guys want to go up north to figure out why they went south. Do you guys have any questions about anything before I explain the scene for us and we start?
So as far as equipment and gear goes, are we just basically grabbing our starting equipment before we head out? Is that how
Yes,
that works?
grabbing your starting equipment. So what we're about to do now is Kim can help you guys along if you want, but you're going to use the resources in the school and go grab your starting equipment. Any other questions?
Why would Middle have 3 brand new people do something super important?
That's what my character thinks all the time.
And dangerous.
Why is he making
Super
kids
dangerous.
that just got to school do all the work?
He did mention before that any of the school problems, we solve them. The school solves their problems that solve. And so he asked for volunteers to solve this problem, and that's you guys volunteered. He didn't really question it, but he is sending a senior along to help you guys out.
So we're dumb, is what I gather from that.
Well, I don't know if we
We're dumb.
completely willingly
you're not
did
dumb.
it, but
You're not dumb.
Okay.
Good to go?
Yeah. I get the starting equipment of a level 3 bard. That's what I grab.
Is that-
I
like,
already got it on my character.
I
sheet,
assume,
so.
Robbie, can I ignore all the spellbook stuff? Because I assume the fire comes from within.
What do you mean?
As far like, there's just like some miscellaneous upkeep with spell books and spell pages. I mean, I could observe all those rules,
Okay,
but
I
I'm
see
not
what you're
actually
saying.
going to have a spell book.
Yeah, because wizards have a spell book. Yeah,
Okay.
just don't worry about that.
Cool. Do we get a rest before we head out to get our slots back?
Sure, you can have all your slots back. That's fine. So you guys, are in the temple. Headmaster Middle gave his speech and dismissed everyone. Shah, he'll tell you that he would like to speak with you when you get a chance. And Kim is with you guys as everyone else is dispersing. She tells you guys that she's going to go and prep and ask when you guys want to head out.
Can I speak with him now? Like, can we just go off to the side for a second?
He wants to talk to you in his office.
Oh, where's that?
It's a tower in Liberty Square.
Oh, okay. Yeah, are you heading there now? I can be there. I can be there. I'll come now. I can come now.
Yeah, you can head. He'll tell you you can head there now if you want. You can take your time getting there.
Okay. And then I go back to the crew and I say, guys, Professor Middle wants to see me in it for a second. I'll meet you up north before we go. Okay.
Kim will tell you and ask again when you guys want to leave, and she'll want to meet at the Double M.
Where's the double M again? We're new here.
Who gave you guys your tour? Lovelane. Oh, see,
Lovelane.
She's always doing things the proper way. So the Double M is just the double middle. The middle of here is where the statue of Seth Middle is. So we can just meet up at the statue of Seth.
So that's south of Opportunity Square.
It's in the middle of the school.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I'll see you guys there. And I rush off to
What time?
What time is it?
It's morning time.
Yeah, morning time. Let's say it's about 10 a.m. right now.
All right.
Let's
how
meet
about high noon?
High noon.
High noon.
Yeah.
All right, that should be enough for us to grab stuff. Maybe have a sandwich.
Yeah,
Meet up there.
Get some food before you head
Oh
out.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Shaw, meet us there at noon.
Okay. And I rush off.
So what kind of prep work do you guys do in order to go into the Fae? What kind of prepping do you do?
Do we need mounts out there?
Yes, Kim will definitely suggest getting mounts.
What are our mount options?
I remember crabs.
Yes, there are crabs. So Kim,
King crab, right?
do you guys go to the stables?
Yeah.
Kim will walk with you guys. There's frogs, lizards, snapping turtles, crabs, a muskrat.
Is the lizard like a desert lizard or like a water lizard?
It's a water lizard.
I need something fiery, something hot, something I'm not going to singe. Something that could take maybe.
You see a fire beetle as an option.
Oh yeah, I'm on it. I love beetles. Me personally, I think beetles are the best.
So it's super unfortunate. I'm not with you guys, but I'll go later after I talk to Professor Middle.
That's perfect. That works. You can say what you pick up.
I was gonna just grab one for him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, why don't we just grab
What's
one
the
for him?
smelliest one?
The muskrat.
Muskrat. It would
Okay,
definitely
good.
be
That's what I would have picked anyway.
All right, that's what
Stink bug.
like. It would have been my Matt's dead last choice, but unfortunately,
Muskrat.
that's what he would have gone with.
I imagine you guys look kind of alike too.
Oh yeah, definitely mousy look for sure.
Yeah.
Like elongated beak type nose and features. Yeah.
Chuck, what did you pick up?
I'm just gonna go with the crabs.
Crabs?
Just because
Okay.
I made the joke about it before. A king crab.
You could hold stuff in those pincers
That's
too.
right. Yeah. I'm gonna do that. Crabs.
Okay, so these are in those little poker jars that we talked about. And basically, Kim will let you know that you just open the jar, and she dumps her out on the ground. She doesn't throw them. She doesn't know if it hurts the animals or not, but she'll dump hers out on the ground when we get up north.
So we should wait until we get up north to release ours?
I assume
or-
you have other things to do. Yeah, like this.
Yeah.
The school is like you don't need a mount here. You can walk everywhere, and there's not much
Gotcha.
room for any type of vehicles or mounts around here. So what other things do you guys do? I assume you guys definitely want to go to the cafeteria and get some food.
Yep.
Matt, we'll go ahead and we'll say that you're at Headmaster's Middle's office.
Okay.
There's the tower. You walk up the steps, and there is a closed door, and his name tag is kind of on the door there.
Yeah,
in Master Metal.
I'm afraid I'm not cultured enough to knock, so I'll probably just go in.
Okay, you go in, and there is a wood desk. There are like filing cabinets and paperwork sticking out of the filing cabinets. Like some of the drawers are closed, some of them are just have so much crap sticking out of them and a lot of disorganization. There's paperwork everywhere. There's 2 computers. One's on sleep mode. The other one's on his desk. And these are like the really huge computers back in the 80s style computers. And off to the side, you actually see him. He's kneeling with his hands out. He is meditating.
Professor?
Ah, Shannara. Come on in and have a seat.
Did you see? I've made some friends. I think I'm doing really well. The one girl didn't like me very much. That's okay. But I've made one guy's kind of like my big brother. I really like him a lot. His brother's kind of a douche, but that's okay.
You know, I did see that. You're doing a great job.
Hey, I'm super happy. I'm smiling, and it's super awkward and weird looking smile.
So Headmaster Middle comes and he sits down, and I don't know if you guys ever seen like these king chairs, but like the back of his chair is like really, really huge, and it's like twice the height as he needs it to be. He sits down and he moves some paperwork off to the side. Shannara, is there anything I can do for you? Help you fit in a little better? Anything at all? Make you feel more welcomed here?
I mean, I guess I'm still kind of learning. I don't know what I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm trying. I think people have liked me so far. Again, other than this one girl, I thought I was trying to impress her with some worm talk, and it wasn't quite what I was hoping. But other than that, it's getting. I don't know. How do you make people like you? Can you tell me? I'm trying. I don't know.
In all honesty, I think if you just be yourself, people will begin to like you. Don't try to act and do things that you think are what they want to hear. Just be yourself. I love you the way you are.
Yay. Shannara's happy. He smiles and probably maybe goes and gives him a hug. He's never really had like a figure in his life that has liked him, so.
Just to let...
unfortunately, I stink. It's really
Shah
bad.
might know it, but this is the elementalist of love, so he loves everyone.
Oh. I didn't know that.
But it's okay. Shah can feel that way.
Okay, so I give him a big hug, and again, I'm probably pretty stinky. In fact, one of my personality traits is I do not like to bathe. So, yeah, pretty rough.
Okay. Headmaster Middle has this gem on his necklace, and he keeps grabbing it each time he starts talking to you. He goes and walks to a window and starts looking out it, and he tells you, Shah, my time here will soon come to an end.
Why do you say that, Professor? No.
You're the first person I've told. And he will lift his hand up and he will remove a wig that he has on, and he is bald.
Do you want me to tell everyone about this?
That is not necessary. You see, Shah, I have cancer. Now, being the elementalist, love is very stressful sometimes because there are times where I love things so much, and then I feel a lot of heartbroken. He grabs the gem around his neck again. I am trying my best to find someone that I can trust to give this school to. My father gave the school to me, and I have no children, so I must do what I feel is best.
You won't regret it, sir. I'll do my best.
You think the love elementalist would have gotten around and made some babies here and there?
Yeah.
His love.
He might not swing that way, though. That's where I thought this conversation was going.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I'm only 13.
Hey.
No. So
he's a weirdo.
his love and devotion is dedicated toward the school.
That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. And it's not a Catholic school, right?
Oh, okay.
man, yeah.
By all three of you, half of our listeners, all three of you. It was, see, I totally get it. I get it. So
Headmaster Middle will give you some robes, and these are the robes that you've seen the seniors wearing. They're all black.
what? I feel like
Yeah.
a baller.
And he'll ask you what color scarf you want.
Yeah, green for sure.
Okay. Go ahead and whatever the starting armor you have,
Mhm.
bump it up to the next one. So I think it'd be leather. I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll figure it out.
Okay. And that's all he has to say. If you have anything else to talk to him about, conversation is done.
Professor, I want to do you proud. I know how much you've done for me. Thank you. And I'll give him another hug. And I'll probably be a little bit less smelly. Well, no, I probably wouldn't have changed in front of him. So
That was kind of why he gave you the robe, to
Strip down.
get away from some of the smell.
that's totally fair. So I give him another hug
Okay.
and tell him that I'm going to do him proud by figuring out the worm issue. And then I go meet the guys.
He'll say thank you, and toward the end, he'll be like, goodbye. So Matt will say that you head toward the cafeteria to go and eat with your new friends.
Mm-hmm.
You guys get into the cafeteria. So these is just like a massive hall with 3 tables going down. I would say about 20 feet down in a line. There are those floating lampshades with lighting up the room like we've seen in the temple. There are empty silver plates with the dome top over top of those silver plates, whatever those are called. Kim will tell you guys that you just think of what you want to eat, and then you lift the silver top off the plate, and it's there.
Fuck yeah, like Hook.
Like Captain Hook, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that's where I pulled this
there's
from.
Definitely going to be a food fight.
Kim, actually, she doesn't sit with you guys. She goes and sits with the other seniors.
What a bee.
Call me.
Yeah, there's definitely ice cream pizza. Just bam, bam, open 2 of them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it tastes exactly like ice cream and pizza. And it's also not only tastes good, but you're getting all the nutrition value of good, healthy food. Chuck, what do you eat?
A big bowl of pasta.
Pasta.
Yeah.
Got to get what do we need? Carbohydrates for
Yeah.
swimmers?
Gotta get ready for the day.
Carb up, bro.
Carb up.
What does Shah eat? Sorry, what does Shah
What does shark eat?
Yeah.
What does shark eat?
Shah eat sharks.
Something with high fiber, I bet.
He just opens up. It's just nothing but kale.
Yeah.
Just kale and onions and garlic.
It's like a half-eaten sandwich that he pulled out of the trash one time.
Shaw's probably like in disbelief that this is a thing that you can just like get food when you want it. So I'll probably be loading up like I'm gonna probably just add like 3 rations to my inventory because I would just grab a bunch of shit and put it in my backpack because this is unbelievable.
You open it up. It's just empty.
Oh.
Is food going to be a thing that we need to worry about, Robbie? Like Matt said with rations?
I figured this was more flavor because
Okay,
Shaw
gotcha.
is
Yeah, I would
pathetic.
pack up some food too. Some little power bars.
Whatever your character would feel you do, you don't have to worry about nutrition stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, this is only my second time as a DM. So like throwing rations at my guys and things like that is going to make things too complicated for me. So I want to make it a lot easier on myself and not have to worry about
And our
rations.
Our campaigns are pretty short and tidy. It's not something we
Yeah.
usually worry about.
So Kim's done eating. She leaves and she'll go get ready, get some other things. She's in her robes right now. She's going to go change.
Shaw, I saw you had some robes, like the seniors. Where'd you get those?
The professor gave him to me. I think he likes me, guys.
Whoa. Pretty sweet.
My AC's 15 now. Can you believe it?
That's as much as mine.
Oh yeah, me too. When I have,
Are we all 15 years old? It's weird.
I said AC.
Yeah, I know. AC's 15.
my AC is 13, but with
Oh.
mage armor, it's 15.
Oh, very nice.
I'm sorry, 12. 12 and 15 are the two. And
So do you guys feel like you need weapons with you when you go out here? Do you have a skin for your weapon, like a staff, Chuck? Do you have something for that?
My weapons are my fists.
That'll work.
I have a dagger.
A dagger. Okay. So there's the blacksmith room, and I feel like you would go there and get a dagger from there.
Yeah.
And it's more of, Kim would tell you, just like a dagger for like maybe cutting down vines or twigs in your way.
Yeah, I'll definitely have a pocket knife, and I was thinking a pocket knife and a baseball bat.
Okay.
Yeah.
For my quarterstaff.
Now, you guys have any adventures packs, anything like that you need to pick up that has the roper or crowbars or any crap like that?
Yeah, I grabbed that. That's what's in my fanny pack. It's a very big fanny pack on the inside.
I just have my regular backpack, which was I think it was the Scholar's Kit, which has like pens and parchment and things like that. I'm not, bringing too much.
I have a disguise kit.
Ooh.
Don't know why that would come into play, but
All right.
I don't have like a crowbar or anything now.
All right, it's noontime, and so you guys head to the Seth statue.
You know it.
All right, Kim's already waiting there, and let me describe what she looks like a little more since I haven't really gone into much detail with that. So she's changed out of her robes,
Oh, yeah.
and
Into something else.
Go on.
she is wearing some like heavy combat boots because you are going into the swamp. It's going to be really muddy and mucky. So these combat boots are like yay high above her leg. I don't know, regular size combat boots that are pretty high top. She has on black jeans that have a lot of rips in them, but underneath those black jeans, she has on orange leggings. So this looks like, imagine the opposite of a tiger. So if there was a black tiger with orange stripes, that's what her legs look like. And then she has on an extra large t-shirt that is also orange that match her leggings, and she has it tied into a knot on the right side of her. And she has black hair that come to her shoulders, which have been permed a lot. And she actually has on a really thin headband around her forehead. She has a knife strapped to her right leg, which is just a little combat knife. And she has a belt that has jars of those polka jars that we talked about. She has more than one.
Cool. What's in all of your jars? That's really neat. And I just kind of bend down and like walk around her, looking inside each one.
So there's bear.
And she can like mind control animals is her ability.
Animal friendship is her thing.
Oh, so these would be almost like her summon spells. Her
Yeah, that's what they are.
Summon animals or summon.
Yeah. What's that spell? The conjure animals.
Conjure.
Yep.
Right.
That's the spell I've used 100 times before to make Matt angry at me.
Just not want to play anymore. Yeah.
So you see giant frog, wolf spiders, fire beetle is another one.
Oh, out of my bag,
Raccoon,
I pull that
lizard.
muskrat and I hand it to Shah. Shah, we got you an animal to ride. And I hand him his jar.
I am taken aback by how awesome it is. And like, this is perfect. And I'm trying to think of a name for him. It shall be Nausea.
Nausea. So the Kim is leaning against the statue of Seth Middle, and it's a statue of a guy holding the hand of a kid, as the Walt Disney statue of Walt Disney holding Mickey Mouse's hand. So you guys head up north to the edge of the Feywilds, and Kim will release her animal, and her animal mount, and she actually dumps it out, and this thing grows like 100 times bigger, but it's still the size of a horse, but it was an insect that she dumped out. It was a dragonfly. She jumps on her dragonfly.
I will follow suit with Nausea.
I'll do my beetle.
Yep. I'll pull out my crab from my pants.
Mount up.
So because of her weight in this dragonfly, the dragonfly cannot fly any higher than 5 feet. Casey, since you picked a frog, you've noticed that your frog can jump places like 15 feet.
I picked a fire beetle.
You picked a fire beetle?
Yep.
True. I
Those
was
things
there.
fly, right?
Sure.
They fly short distances, I think.
I don't know how it would release its wings with something on top of it.
So yeah, well, I don't think some beetles fly, some beetles don't. I assume this would just be a
scuttly beetle.
Yeah. If it's the giant fire beetle in the monster manual, it does not fly.
I was thinking like the EverQuest ones. Remember those?
I do not remember those. So we'll say that you can go short distances, 15 feet or so. You're going to need that for
leaping.
Like leaping as it would fly.
Okay.
And it can walk on short distances across water as well, even with you on its back.
Cool.
Shah, your muskrat, it can jump as well. It can jump 10 feet in the air and jump like 15 feet.
Wow.
Chuck, you picked a crab?
Crab. I did. Yep. Does nothing special.
Does nothing special.
It's got long legs.
It's got long legs.
Pincers.
Right.
Pincers.
Okay, let's, you guys are going to do some traveling. Let's do 2 rounds of skill checks. I want to see how well you guys are navigating. And like role play this as what skill are you using and how are you applying it to navigating through here. So Kim, she pulls out a compass and she kind of navigates around, and she's told you guys she's been out here before and wants to know who wants to have the compass.
Is anyone proficient in survival or something like that?
Well, I'm a jack of all trades, so I'm a little bit proficient
I'm
in
plus
everything.
3 in survival.
Yeah, it still beats
Kim
me.
has been out here before.
Sounds like a good roll for Kim.
Hey, I got it. I know my way around the woods. It's no problem, babe. I'll take it.
She hands you the compass. You now know north, south, east, and west. The feet sense heading, you now have that with the compass.
Sense heading.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to help with some stealth. I want to like try and sneak past, like, and help the party be stealthy.
Okay, so the swamp area, as you can imagine, all swamps, there's water levels that are like 15 feet deep, and some is pretty clear, and you can't really tell how deep it is, but you would imagine it's past 30. You can see all the way to the bottom in some of this swamps, this area. But once that mucky mud kicks up, then it gets really clouded, and you can't see the bottom at all. There's a lot of trees, and a lot of trees that have the hanging moss from them. And these are a lot of trees that have their roots exposed going down into the water. About every 10 feet or so, there's water. Some of the water is like 5 feet deep. A lot of it's just really muddy, hard to walk in. Luckily, you guys have your mounts. And then every so 10 feet, probably about 30 feet wide, is a patch of land.
So I want to try and use stealth to show us a good way to go without attracting too much attention.
I can help you with that water.
Okay, roll it.
Nice.
22.
Chuck, you got anything? Casey?
Can I assist him? Since I have the shape water spell for like these water areas and stuff.
Well, don't assist me. I got a 22. Use that as a...
Okay, okay.
Yeah, roll using Arcana or something to cast that.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that. Cast that spell. Arcana. -1. 11.
So how do you use Arcana to navigate through here? How are you saying
Just using my water abilities to help him look through the water and with traveling and stuff like that. So.
Okay.
So when I first get on my beetle, who I've decided to name George after Nick's favorite beetle.
Nice.
And at first I assume there's some sort of reins or rope on this thing.
Yeah.
Every motion I make, he just goes wildly and starts skittering to the side and crazy and back and forth, and I have no control at first. But then I realized that a light, soft touch for this skittish beetle is really the way to maneuver, and then I get it, and I start very deftly skittering about the top of the water and around things, and I'm going to use sleight of hand to control the beetle and move deftly through the environment.
I love it. Roll with advantage.
I don't know why Chuck and I are even here. You guys just jerk each other off.
I was going to say, just keep beating each other off over there.
16.
Up.
16. Very, very nice. Let's do our second round. So Kim, she can kind of sense where some animals are at, and she will...
I want to slide a hand to see if I can undo Kim's bra.
you serious?
I'm just kidding.
So there is a frog that's kind of halfway up a tree, and Kim will bend down and she will talk to the frog, see what's going on. And she gets a general direction area of which way to go, and you guys are very successful on your first round. Let's head to our second round. What do you guys do?
I assume we need to make a different check.
Yes.
Can we make the same check as someone else has already made?
Sure.
All right. So now that I'm in control of George, I'm definitely going to use that stealth and get as low to the ground and kind of go wide of the party and do some scouting and then loop back in. 19.
You guys are rolling hot.
I got one if you want to think about it, Matt.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I'm going to control my crab to extend his legs so that they push up a little bit higher. So I'm higher up off the ground. And I want to try and use like a perception check to see, since I've got the compass, what direction do we need to go in and get a better advantage as far as like height to see like where we need to go.
Okay.
16.
So I'm gonna get to when we're at like a really hard area where it's like, where should we go? I'm gonna lead the way and like use some jumping and some ninja type moves with acrobatics. 12.
Is he very acrobatic guy?
Super
Really?
dexterous. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I think Nick would be like, whoa, where did that come
I'm
from?
super impressed because I was not expecting that.
Yeah, I grew up on the streets. You got to learn to kind of, do what you got to do to get around. You know what I mean?
I imagine some fire escape work has been in your past.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure. Fire escapes are
Far out, bro.
it's my jam.
So Kim will tell you guys to gather around her. She stops on one of these small islands, and she's going to use her sense of smell. She's going to start smelling around. And she's going to tell you guys to come over to her. She's like, you smell this?
I'll be checking my pits
then she'd be
just
like,
to make sure that's
whoa.
not...
It's probably me. It's
wait,
probably
Shah.
Shah. Yeah.
Shah, go smell over there real quick.
Okay,
You
I
smell
do that.
does anything smell differently over there? And then she'll tell you, Nick and Nathan, do you guys smell that? It smells like burning wood. I think we should head this way a little further, which should be northeast, Chuck.
Yeah, it's coming from the northeast.
So you guys mount up and you head up northeast, and now you're just seeing as you're seeing all this life, all this beautiful creatures, all those. There were some tropical flowers that you've seen, so much life. The sounds that you were hearing too. I'm sorry I didn't explain that, but you hear like the bugs of the swamp. The bugs are just bugging the crap out of everyone here, and the animals hooting and hollering. And you would see also a flock of those birds that have really, really long legs and long beaks. They're heading away from the direction you guys are heading.
Flamingos?
Cranes?
Cranes. Cranes.
Because you
He didn't say pink birds.
Yeah.
You guys are the same person.
Now, flamingos would not be in a swamp. I
was confused. I don't know why you said
magical
flamingos.
area.
Aren't they in like Florida and stuff? Flamingos? Aren't they down?
We don't know where we are.
I don't know. They do look like in tropical areas in the shorter water.
Sure.
They eat something that turns them pink, and I don't know if that's in swamps or not.
Hey man, it's your world. We just D&D in it.
So there's some cranes that are flying that way. Okay, so as you push forward, now you're noticing that all that stuff that you've seen is just gone, and now it's just kind of mucky water. And everything's been cleared out. All the trees have been chopped down. No wildlife. It's just the sound is gone of nature.
Kim, have you been to this area before?
She's kneeling down and she is like on the edge of crying. What happened out here? What is this?
I want to look around and use perception to see what's going on.
Okay.
11.
So I would say that there is a tree that's nearby, and it looks like it's been chopped down and pulled away. And it was chopped down by nothing of modern technology. It looks like it was chopped down with an axe. And the swamp water, the muck, the mud, you can tell the direction that the tree has been pulled to.
Which direction?
And go ahead, and Casey and Nick and Nathan, you want to do a perception checks as well?
Sure.
I wrote a 7. 8.
8. You guys see the same thing that Shah sees.
Can I tell what direction the trees are being dragged into with the
Right.
compass?
Yeah, you can tell. So you traveled northeast here, and this would the tree direction is being dragged to the northwest.
Well, the trees look like they're being dragged to the northwest. What's out in that direction?
Kim does not know.
Let's follow it, I guess. Is this where... So are we in the place where the salamanders usually live?
She doesn't know the exact area where they would hibernate at, but they hibernate around in random spots up here.
I would assume if they're in spots around here, then this could be disturbing. Maybe that's why they are heading south.
Yeah, they ran away from all the deforestation.
Kim will stand up, and she will tell you that she's pretty upset. I'm really mad about this. This is devastating. I don't know how much wildlife was around in this area, but now it's just empty.
Can I investigate one of those stumps to get a better idea of what knocked it down?
Yeah.
Just specifically the stump. 23.
23. You can tell that there were something on each side, maybe a third thing, chopping with an axe, and that chopped the tree down.
Okay, so it looks like there's more than one thing that was around
More
it.
than one thing, yes.
Shah says, I think we got ourselves a Fern Gully situation.
I was also thinking of Ferngully.
What year did that movie come out? I don't have to...
I want to say it was
Let's figure
close
that
to
out.
that.
80s.
So Kim will tell
90s.
you guys that she's not okay with hurting any of the animals out here. Like if we get put into a situation...
1992.
1992. So it's not out yet in our storyline.
Dang it.
She's not okay with hurting any of the animals out here. If we get put into a situation where we have to hurt them, then she can understand, and that's fine. But she doesn't want to hurt any creatures if we don't have to.
Well, this really upsets me too, but don't worry, babe. We're going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to act real tough and start heading in the direction of the drag marks in the ground. Come on, guys, let's go.
I'm behind my brother when he says that, and I roll my eyes.
I'm behind my pseudo brother as well.
Give me a charisma check, Chuck. He's hitting all the ladies in this show, huh?
7.
7.
Yeah.
It's just like real life, Chuck.
She will ask you, are you sure your element isn't air?
Oh,
snap.
Because you seem like an airhead.
Nice.
Oh, I thought because he was full of
hot air.
Full of
Yeah.
hot air.
Either way.
Yeah. So what were you guys doing again?
following.
They're following
Okay.
me. Mag, the tough guy heading down the tracks, trying to figure out what's going on with the trees.
Okay, you eventually you see something that the only thing sticking up out of the water, and you it's about 20. No, not 20 feet. That would be way too less. We'll say about 300 feet. Since there's nothing here, it is misty and foggy. It's hard to see. The fog, I'm going to say, it's really thick, like 1 foot up from the ground. But once we get to 2 and 3 feet, it kind of disperses some. So you can still see above the fog. And what you see off on the distance is some like carved granite. And it's oddly enough, it is the same type of carved granite that you've seen around in the school. And it is sticking up out of the ground like a door entrance. You know, so it's like rectangle shaped, tall.
Sure.
Okay.
I guess we should just approach it.
On the left and right of it are some of these old deteriorated statues of something that has legs and arms, and a lot of it's been chipped away, and it's really hard for you guys to tell what it is. And as in this doorway, you see steps going down.
Okay, so it's like a
Underground kind of
yeah,
bunker
like leads into
area?
a bunker, like it's just a.
Yes, it's going underground into a bunker.
So it's like a flat surface that slopes back right into the ground, and
Right.
it's just okay, gotcha. And it's open. It's just you can just look right into it. There's no
Yep,
door.
it's open. You can look right down into it.
Do I hear anything coming out from the stairwell area if I listen?
You have to roll for that, buddy.
Perception?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is too like you can roll, Chuck. You guys are like it's smelling like mold down here, like a basement.
18.
18. Okay, so you don't hear much, but you are picking up something.
I hear some footsteps echoing.
I wonder if it's something dragging a tree down in the hole.
It's a lot quieter
stairs.
than that.
Oh. I don't know.
I don't think so. It's pretty quiet.
Is there mud and stuff like going into this?
How would a tree fit through here? It's a small door.
It is a small door. The tree is not big enough to fit down here. There is no tracks going down. It's pretty clean.
I don't see any tracks going down. Maybe whatever drug that got rid of the trees didn't go down here, but I mean, let's check it out anyway. Oh, I got a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, we'll be all right, bro. Come on. I give him a little tap on the shoulder and start to head down.
Kind of smells like home to me. I don't know. It smells good down here.
Surprised you can even smell it.
So Kim goes down as well. You guys enter a room that is wide, and so it's a turn and a half, I would say. So it's like 50 feet by 50 feet big.
This is the widest room I've ever seen.
Now I brought some props to help me explain the scene here. So in the center room is this tower going to the top of the ceiling. It's about the top of the ceiling, I would say, is about 15 feet high. So you see this tower.
15 feet high?
We see a what is it, an obelisk? A stone obelisk?
I buy that. Obelisk.
Next to the obelisk, you see a lever. There is a wheel kind of next to, and it's standing up. It's a cog. It's about as 3 feet wide. Kind of looks like something that you see on a captain's boat. On top of the obelisk, you would see a little cylinder like this.
A hexagonal shaped cylinder?
Correct. Now on the wall, you would see indentation of this. And now this is really huge. This is taking up the whole side of the northern wall, the opposite of the wall that you guys came into. So you would see this up on the wall. And there is a whole
flame-shaped icon.
I think that's the Rebel Alliance from Star Wars. I think that's that.
It is a flame-shaped icon.
It's not. It's not the Rebel Alliance. It's not even close.
Casey, why are we thinking so much the same? Gosh.
Well, I'm just putting words to your pictures, man.
Yes. Okay.
So the listeners can understand.
So I did want you guys to guess what the symbol was by yourself.
No, it looks
so
like fire.
I didn't say it. Okay. It is a fire symbol. Part of the ceiling is caved in, so you actually are seeing a minimum amount of sunlight come in that is shining to the bottom left corner of the room.
Chuck has assembled all the illustrations into a penis shape.
As Chuck is wont to do.
Did you notice that the left one was bigger than the right?
It's cancerous.
Yes, I did. It's freakishly larger.
I feel like middle's been down here.
In the bottom left-hand corner of the room, where that hole is at, and a minimal amount of sunlight is shining through, you see 3 crocodiles. One is a giant crocodile, and 2 are smaller than that, and they are sleeping there. And Chuck, you will know that is the noise that you heard is the sound of one sleeping.
Kim, can you talk to those crocodiles and make sure they're chill dudes?
Yeah, of course. And so also in the room, you guys will see that symbol that I gave you, that plaque, Chuck, where is that at? You will see that as well in the room. We'll say that symbol is on the left and right wall.
Where did we see that symbol before?
You've seen it in a couple places in the school.
Okay.
Let me ask you a question. What direction is it going? Is it the way the arrow is facing?
Right, yeah.
So it looks like this.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Just to let everyone know, I made sure my characters didn't take any type of vision improvements. So no dark vision. What's the other stuff? True.
Yeah.
Devil sight.
devil's sight stuff. So no vision improvements. So since I've took those away from you guys, you're not going to have to worry about not being able to see.
So that's funny because you took them away so we wouldn't have to worry about seeing in the dark instead of, I thought we were going to have to worry about seeing in the dark. You know what I mean? I assumed one thing, but you went the other way with it, and that's fine.
Okay.
Because I assumed because I was thinking I was walking down there, and I might have produced flame in my hand to light my way, which I don't know. We could assume I did anyway. And
I have light
Flavor.
Yeah.
So you guys do produce your own light. That is perfectly fine to be able to see better. Kim will say that she'll go and talk to the crocodiles.
We left our mounts outside, right?
So your mounts, let's not use them in combat, but you can put the cup back down and the cup will suck them back up. So you guys have your mounts back into your jar.
So the fire icons, is it far enough from the crocodiles where I can just walk up to it?
Yes.
I'm going to walk up to one and just like start feeling around and exploring it.
On the wall, the fire symbol on the wall?
Yeah. I feel like that's my job in this puzzle. I don't know if it is or not, but it just feels right to me.
Okay, the wall feels pretty smooth. You feel the bricky layer of all of the carved granite stones in there, and you do feel the indentation of the fire symbol on the wall.
And I'm just going to put my produce flame up to it so I can kind of burn the fire symbol and see if it like lights or ignites or anything.
You hear a small sound of like stone rubbing on stone, just really, really short. Really short.
I back up very slowly with my flame still in my hand. Guys, I don't know if I broke something or did something good.
I won't say anything, but I'm gonna tug on. What are you wearing?
I'm wearing like a big baggy white T-shirt and acid washed jeans.
I'll tug on your T-shirt and then point at the top of the obelisk where the conspicuous looking hexagon shape is. Maybe try that with the fire. I don't know.
I chucked my little produce flame fireball up there.
Does it go through it? Like, does it stop there? Like, is it like a ball that goes? Whoop,
yeah, it'd be like throwing a ball of fire.
Yeah, it'd be like a little ball of fire. Yeah.
Okay, I would say that it goes up there and it kind of explodes around the area, and then you see a small flame because there's a candle in this obelisk, and you lit the candle.
Ooh.
And now it is projecting a light symbol, the exact same symbol of the fire symbol that's on the wall, but it is pointing toward the entranceway that you guys walked in at. As Kim is kneeling down, she is touching the crocodiles, and you hear her like kind of talking to the animals a little bit. So she's like grunting, and she's like moving her facial expressions and kind of like acting really weird, like rolling around on the ground. And what you guys would understand and be like, wow, it's like she's talking to them. That's so weird. It looks weird, but like that grunt right there, that's what crocodiles do when they say hi. This is what crocodiles do when they're trying to ask questions and they're greeting, and this is what they do when they show respect. And then finally she jumps backwards about like 10 feet away from them, and the crocodiles close their eyes and go back to sleep.
Nice.
I pull the lever.
I was just about to do that.
You pull the lever, and you hear the sound of, and there's so much strong wind, that moldy, musky smell that you smelled in here. This wind is pushing through there. It's moving everything, all the dust, all the scum. This wind is like going through here and it's venting out. Everything's venting out through that hole in the ceiling. Kim's hair is going all over the place. Matt, your robes are getting blown all over the place. The scarf is about to come off, but you grab it, and this wind is just blowing so much. And Kim yells, "Turn it off! Turn it off!"
I try to turn it off.
You go and you turn it off, and the wind stops.
Nice, man.
Is the candle still lit on top?
The candle is still lit. No, the candle is not lit. The candle got blown out.
I reignite it.
You reignite it, and it puts the symbol back onto the south wall.
I go and look where the symbol is, and see if there's anything around that area it's on the ground, right?
The symbol is up on the wall, the south wall, and I would say that it's pointed, halfway through the entrance. Well, the steps coming down halfway through that entrance and halfway on the wall. You go there and you investigate, and you don't find anything.
When I turned that lever, did that gear spin at all?
It did not.
Hey, Nate, can you spin that gear? Can you get that thing moving?
I guess the area where the crocodile would just pull like some of the water in the area and just kind of like raise my hands up and try and shape water onto the top of the gear like a water mill and try and get it to spin.
The gear is high in like chest level. You can reach it. Is that so? Are you saying you're going to use the water to turn the wheel?
Yeah.
Like a windmill, or not a windmill, a water
mill. Yeah.
I don't think that's. I don't know. You have to roll for that one. That one's kind of.
Is this like a Price is
Why not
Right
just
kind of
use
situation, or
You're just
like-
use your muscles.
You're
All right.
kind of like hitting the wheel and with water. I don't think even.
I'm
like
thinking elemental puzzle here, but yeah, I'll just go up to it if I need to do Price is Right. I'll just reach up real high and pull down on it.
Does that cost
Showcase
you anything
showdown.
when you shape water? Did that cost you anything? Did it cost a key point?
It's a cantrip.
Cantrip. Okay.
So you just keep casting it like over and over and over. But if you don't think I can do that, I'll just go up to it and showcase showdown it.
You know
pull on
what?
it.
I don't think it will matter. You do your little water thing, and you get the wheel slowly turning, and it turns the tower, and the
Symbol moves.
The symbol moves on the wall.
Yeah. So can we get that flame? So it was projecting a flame symbol onto a blank wall. So can we get it to line up to the flame symbol on the
other side.
wall with the flame icon?
Yeah, we want it to go the exact opposite from where it is now.
I'll cast Shape Water until it turns that candle, that beam of light that's shooting out to the flame symbol on the wall.
Okay, as it's on its processed way to get to that symbol, Kim will tell you guys that the giant crocodile is hurt. And they were in a scruffle down here, and that she couldn't get much more information from them, and that they're asleep, and she wants to talk to them. She's going to try talking to them a little more.
Sounds good. We're solving puzzles over here.
So you get that symbol over to the wall, and Casey, you recognize that sound again, the sound of the wall. It starts moving. When you put that symbol on it, the wall starts moving down, and a doorway opens to the next room.
Fuck yeah.
Okay, this room, I would say, is exactly the same. It has a tower, a lever, and the symbol, but no wheel. No wheel.
Fire symbol again?
Wait, what did the lever do in the other room? It just sucked up a bunch of air.
Yeah.
Yeah. And is there another lamp on top of the obelisk?
There is.
I light it up.
You light it up, and it's pointing at the eastern wall when you would see the indentation of the fire flame on the northern wall. There is no cogwheel on this one.
So I guess let's just pull that lever. See
the
what
other
happens.
one, the other one rotated.
I
Can
agree.
this thing just spin around? Can I just take that lever and just push it?
The
Try and spin this?
lever is like sticking straight up out of the ground, and each time if you don't mess with it, it does the same thing. It just has that strong gust of wind.
Well, I don't
want
want to pull on it. I want to try and see it. Can the whole does this whole tower spin like the other one, or am I too weak to spin this? You know what I mean? Just like take
He's
it,
just
try
trying
and
to
push and spin it.
physically
He's trying
move
to
the
brute
entire
physically
brute force it?
Yeah.
brute force it. That is a strength check.
Sure.
It's probably a very, very, very
40
high strength
DC
check.
I'm not the smartest guy, but
It's like,
yeah, I rolled a 7. That's not going to do it.
You don't have to worry about telling me your modifier.
Yes,
You
I-
don't do
yeah.
it.
Well, it's not spinning, guys. I don't know.
So Kim, she is staying there, and she is talking to the crocodiles more as you guys go into the second room, just to let you guys know.
so can I investigate maybe to figure out where this air is coming from?
There are like 2 holes in the top of the ceiling, and that air is just being pushed into there. And there are 2 other holes on the left side, and those are what's sucking it in. So there's just a really strong gust of wind coming through there.
Is it big enough for me to crawl up into?
No, let's say it's
Brother, no.
probably 10 inches wide and a foot high on the top of the ceiling, and it will have grates on it.
Okay.
And it might have some tethers on it. When it kicks on, you see the tethers kind of.
How did we get into this room? Did the entire northern wall from the previous room just lower?
No, it was just a doorway,
It was just a
wide
doorway.
thing that came down.
Okay.
So, okay, the lever just does the air.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do an inspection
quiet
check
there.
on the tower to try and get an idea of how this one operates that's different from the other one? Because obviously the other one, we had a wheel
Yep.
where we could spin it.
Oh,
Yeah.
what if we went
Get
back
to
to that
turn.
other wheel to spin?
Well, I'm thinking that one might spin just that one, but
Yeah,
we
let's
can
try it.
Try it.
Yeah, how
Yeah.
about yeah?
I'll go back. I'll try and spin the
Yeah.
other wheel first.
I'll
the first
stay
wheel.
by the second obelisk. You spin the wheel on the first obelisk, and let's see what happens.
All right, I'll do that first.
So you spin the wheel off the area where the symbol is at, and all what happens is the doorway comes back up. And Casey, were you in the middle room by yourself?
Yeah, I was in the
No,
obelisk
I was
room.
in there.
Okay, so you guys are now separated.
Well, the adventure's over. I'll spin it back to.
But our obelisk did not move.
The obelisk in the middle did not move.
Okay.
Oh yeah, so I'll spin it back and be like, "What happened?"
Nothing.
Oh shoot!
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Guys, as you're spinning this wheel, Chuck, give me an investigation check.
Wrote a 3 minus 1, so 2. I don't know how this works, guys.
Yeah, sometimes you're spinning the wrong way and causing this thing to go in the wrong direction, and you keep forgetting which way to spin it.
Is it left? Is it right? I don't know.
Can I investigate the obelisk in the middle room just to see if I see like any mechanisms or anything?
Yeah, maybe a place where the gear was.
Yeah, something like that.
Sure.
That'll be a crit, sir.
There's a crit. Yeah, it's
Nice.
exactly the same. The object is the same. Where the cog is at is just gone, and you see like the 4 bolt hole pattern where it used to be at. The bolts are missing, and so are the cog. So is the cog.
Hey, Surfer, what's your name?
Nick.
Hey, see if that...
I'm Nick. You're Nate.
Oh wait, I'm Nathan.
And when Chuck said that, I'm like, what? I've been wrong this whole time?
Sometimes when I look in the mirror, I feel like I'm someone else.
We're twins.
Sometimes.
It happens.
Say, hey, can you pull that one off? Does that one come off and you just bring it in here?
Is it bolted on to the other one?
It is bolted on.
We got any tools that we can unscrew this and take it off?
You guys get some tools out and blah, blah, blah. You get it undone, and you now have the cog.
Yeah.
I move it to the other one.
You move it to
carry
the
it
other
over.
one, you spin it, and then the second door opens. And it is now a third room with the exact same setup as the second room, no cog. Casey, when you throw your fireball up to the center above where the lamp is at, the candle doesn't light. It doesn't stay lit.
Is it the same symbol on one of the walls?
Same symbol on one of the walls.
I'm going to climb up to the top of it and see what's going on.
There is no candle. The candle has been completely burned out. No wick at all. And the glass around in this, we'll just call it a lantern, a stationary lantern. All the mirrors on it are smoggy.
So there's no candle and it's filthy.
Right.
Covered in soot.
Hey, bro, what about these? It's a tinderbox. I'll pull a pack of cigs out of my fanny pack and be like, can you light this up?
Wait, when did you start smoking?
Don't worry about it.
Mom's
don't tell
gonna
Mom.
Kill you.
Don't
She's
tell
gonna
Mom.
kill you if she knows you smoke.
Can we light this up?
Ugh.
I'd say let's try and clean it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to.
I'll just do shape water. I'll just throw some water up there. Whoosh.
Hey, watch
Whoops.
it. And I'll use my now wet shirt I'll take off my shirt and I'll start rubbing the glass to clean it off.
Okay, so you clean the glass off, and
Yep.
how is the candle? You're putting a cigarette there?
Yeah,
now?
I'm gonna
I'm gonna
put
put
some.
it's a tinderbox. It's in my Dungeoneer's kit or pack or whatever. Just gonna set it up there and you light it up. See what
So
happens.
in the tinder box, is it matches?
Yeah, isn't that what a tinderbox is? A small container holds flint, fire, steel, and tinder.
I imagine in this case it would just be a book of match or a
Yeah.
box of matches.
That's
or
what I
something.
Box of
imagine. A
matches.
box of matches. So if when you light it, it would put that flame on there, the flame symbol on the wall. But I don't think the matches would stay lit long enough for a doorway to open.
So let me just produce flame and hold it in there long enough for them to go through.
So we'll take the cogwheel off and take it over and spin it while you're up there lighting it up.
Yeah, while I'm up there holding fire inside it.
Oh, I see. So you'll climb up to the top.
Yeah, I'll just be sitting to the top, just like with my hand producing flame inside the thing, like reaching down into it.
Dungeon Master, can he do that?
Does that work? We broke your puzzle.
So Casey, on top of the obelisk, you have your hand in there as it's a candle. Chuck, you're spinning the wheel, the projected symbol of the fire flame on the wall. You are spinning it, and it comes into contact with the indentation of the fire symbol on the wall. Then you guys start hearing out of every crack and everything in this room, you just start seeing, instead of air coming through here, you start seeing this dust just start filling up the room. The doorway that you guys entered this room from, it rises and closes.
Is Kim in here with us, or?
Kim is not in here.
No,
with
she's
you.
in the first room.
So all this dust, it just keeps pouring in there. It's starting to get really hard to see.
Pull the levers.
Casey, does Nick wear glasses?
No, I don't think I do.
Okay.
Shah does.
Shah, this dust is starting to get caked on your glasses, and you can't see
Sure.
very well at all. Matt, you can see 5 feet in front of you. Chuck and Casey, probably 10 feet. Chuck, I'll let you see 15 feet. Your perception is pretty high.
Very perceptive.
Pull the lever.
Yeah, I'm next to the obelisk. I'll switch positions and pull the lever. I'll pull the lever.
Nathan, you reach down to grab the lever, and there's another hand there.
There's a hand, dude.
This hand, you see, is scaly, really thick. We'll say you touch him. You put your hand down there and you feel how hard and thick skinned he is. It has hands of a reptile with really big fingers and long, pointy nails. As you look further up, you see this snake head towering over you. And you see as it sticks its tongue out. Roll initiative.
Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. We are Crit Sandwich Podcast on Facebook. We are at Crit Sandwich on Twitter. If you like our podcast, please give us a review on iTunes or whatever other website you find your podcast on to help other people find us. If you have any feedback or would like to contribute to our random game world chart, hit us up on social media or email to send that to us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.
He's hard, dude. That's what I was gonna say. You can keep it in there
Yeah,
still.
that's still, we recorded that. So we can just do his part. That he's hard, dude.
He's hard, dude.
Is it the professor?
It's Professor Middle.